You know I'm a hustler, hustler. You know I'm a hustler, hustler. Well, I'ma break it down one time. I'm the man and I'm letting y'all know. Yeah, we getting that guap, that fitted, them shits. Yeah, we stacking that dough. I said I'm a hustler, baby. You know I'm a hustler. You know I'm the man. I'm a hustler, baby. You know I'm a hustler. You know I'm the man. I'm the man. It's been part of the plan. I don't think you understand. I see him on the gram while they flexing rubber bands.
This is the true story of a lady hustler who sought a career as a doctor, only to turn around and give it all up for the riches of being an OnlyFans influencer. The only problem with her decision was that she did it in the country of Myanmar. Myanmar is home to some of the most beautiful temples and landscapes in the world. However, the country leans strongly on the conservative side in culture and manner of dress. Locals tend to cover up as much skin as possible, especially in public. So it would be wise to follow their customs so you don't stand out, which is what Nang Mi San refused to do. If by chance you visit Myanmar, you'll notice the men wearing long skirts, similar to a kilt, while the women wear brightly colored outfits from head to toe. It's called a yangyi, and it's country's traditional attire for both men and women. Buddhism is overwhelmingly dominant religion in Myanmar. Roughly 90% of the population is Buddhist. Monks, collectively known as Sangha community, are venerated members of Burmese society, a society that believes above all else in modesty. Nang Mi San would continue with her OnlyFans page despite warnings from the government, along with a pornographic page, which we can't show you here. The second warning she would receive from the Myanmar government was when they rescinded her license to practice medicine. Nang Mi San, a model and the former doctor, was convicted by a military court for harming cultural and dignity by distributing sexually explicit photos and videos online for a fee under the Section 33A of Myanmar Electronics Transaction Law. The ruling has been widely described as politically motivated. The 34-year-old, who was previously participating in protests against the military junta, is believed to be the first person in the country and potentially the first in the world to ever be jailed for an OnlyFans content. Police arrested Nang Mi San on August 5th of last year for allegedly tarnishing Burmese culture by distributing suggestive photos and videos on a foreign website for a fee. That evening, junta-controlled media announced the military council had brought charges against both her and Burmese film actress Thinzawint Kya, who was similarly attended protests against the junta and published sexually provocative photos and videos on social media and Exantria, a creators platform similar to OnlyFans. Nang Mi San, who was living in part of Myanmar under the martial law when she was arrested, was denied a lawyer and subject to a closed trial in a military court. She is the first person to ever be prosecuted under the Myanmar Electronics Communication Act, and a move that has drawn condemnation from legal experts and human rights activists. Aung Kyaw Moe, a human rights advisor to Myanmar's National Unity Government, a shadow government of ousted civilian lawmakers formed in the wake of the military coup of February 2021, told Vice World News that her sentencing is a gross human rights and women's rights violation, which is targeted and intentional. He said she was the first celebrity to raise their voice and ask the world for justice for the Rohingya just after the coup, he said. If a model like Nang Mi San is not free to exercise her rights to sell sexy photos, no other woman is free to exercise their rights. The international community must do more to hold the junta to account and protect women and girls in Myanmar. Nang Mi San has uploaded a total of 347 images and 74 videos to her platform, and in December 2020, she told Vice World News that she had earned more than $20,000 after just 3 months of service. Women in this country shouldn't feel bad about what they are doing, she said at the time. Anything you are doing can also be a promotion for the country, then other people will notice your country. Speaking to Radio Free Asia, a veteran lawyer who did not want to be named for security reasons called the ruling unjust, claiming that the Electronic Communication Act is too vague in its definition of what content can be considered harmful to the country's culture and suggesting that the charges may just be a front for an ulterior agenda. This legal action is just an excuse, and I'm sure that other undisclosed reasons behind it, he said. Following the coup d'etat of February 1st, 2021, when Myanmar military ousted Aung San Suu Kyi's democratically elected government and seized total control of the country, Nang My San took to the streets in protest with thousands of other Burmese citizens. In March 2021, after she posted comments to social media denouncing junta's harsh crackdown on protesters, Nang My San was threatened with arrest for defamation against the state and went into hiding. RFA reports that she signed a bond and authorities permitted her to return home to Dagon Mayath North before being arrested again on August 5th. 15,600 people, including lawmakers, activists, journalists, and celebrities, have been arrested since the military takeover, according to the Assistant Association for Political Prisoners, a Burmese advocacy group that monitors arrest. Of those, at least 117 have been sentenced to death since the coup. But with the junta carrying out the country's first execution since the 1980s, when it hanged 2 prominent political prisoners in July, more than 12,500 remain in detention. The OnlyFans model and poster was jailed for 6 years for posting nude photos through the adult subscription service.
You know I'm a hustler, hustler. Well, I'ma break it down one time. I'm the man and I'm letting y'all know. Yeah, we getting that guap, that fitted, them shits. Yeah, we stacking that dough. I said I'm a hustler, baby. You know I'm a hustler. You know I'm the man. I'm a hustler, baby.